What's happened? Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. And if you remember a few weeks ago for my birthday, I decided to have like a little pamper day. And to be fair, that pamper day was pretty crap. It was a crappy pamper day. Our face mask is looking rough. Looking really rough. But one of the kits I found slightly interesting was the nail polish kit. I don't know what's happened to that. I don't know whether mine's gone off. And it gave me some thoughts and I was like, you know what? I kind of want to try paint my nails. I've never done it before. I've got shocking nails, and also I'm very terrible for like biting them and picking at them and stuff. So I'm hoping doing this will stop me from kind of picking and biting and chewing at my fingers. And secondly, it'll also look quite nice. I don't know, I kind of like someone who's confident enough to do something that kind of goes against the social norm, especially when it comes to like gender and stuff. Because it's such an exhausting waste of time. It really is. People who care about stuff like that, like why? I don't understand. It just must be so boring. They must have like literally like a really boring life. So I'm gonna paint my nails today and see if I like it and see if I can actually do a good job too. Because it might end up being really hard and I might make a proper awful job at it.
Coming soon.
What is this in my nail? There's like fluffy bits. Okay, I've zoomed you in a little bit. You can see my nails up close. Well, I say up close, not too up close because I don't want to scare anyone. Right, I think we'll get into this little kit first and see what this is about. The thing is, I don't like these. They make us cringe for some reason. I just find them, well, I just hate the feel of them. What's this? Remove ridges, smooth nail, shine nail. Really? I don't feel like that does anything. It's got one of these in and I don't understand what it actually does. It doesn't feel like it's strong enough to do anything. Right, anyway, I know we have a cuticle pusher and I do want to push my cuticles because they're not the best. I'm not going in fully unprepared because I have watched a lot of Simply Nailogical. So I feel like I kind of know what I'm doing. Get rid of all these scratchy bits. But I've heard mixed stories that you're supposed to do this and also you're not supposed to do this. So I don't know whether this is healthy for your nails or not. See, I can't tell whether that's actually nail or whether it's cuticle. It feels like it's just nail. I just want the surface to look somewhat decent. That's a lot of cuticle.
Oh my god, that's disgusting.
That's a lot of like dead skin, isn't it? I don't know whether it's dead skin or whether it's alive skin and I've just pushed the live skin off. And then you're supposed to use these little thingies at you and just chop them. Ooh, it's like doing surgery. I like that. Okay, this isn't going too bad so far. That's one thing I've never just like really bothered with is like my nails or looking at my nails or literally doing a single thing to my nails. I've never had like a manicure or a pedicure or anything. So it's quite interesting to see them up close. And if you can tell by my voice, I am still poorly. I'm still absolutely loaded with cold. So again, we're all on snot watch. If you see snot hanging out my nose, tell us. I'm honestly surprised a human can produce as much snot as I've done. It has just kept coming out and out of my nose and I'm like, please stop. Oh my god, I'm gonna have proper nice nails. Everyone's gonna be well jealous. I do find it sad though that obviously there's this kind of stereotype with genders and men and men aren't allowed to do certain things and women aren't allowed to do certain things. I just don't see the point in it. I really don't. I think it should all come down on like personal taste and what you enjoy and what you don't enjoy. And it's not just men either, it's women too. Because not every single female wants to put on fancy dresses and do the hair and put on like loads of makeup and stuff. Like some people just don't care and then others do, and other men want to like piss around with the hair and put makeup on and stuff. I just don't understand what the big deal is. I don't understand why we get so offended over stupid shit like that. Why do we put so much energy and so much time in like hating on people doing what they enjoy and what they like doing with their own bodies, might I add? Why not like pay attention to like bigger things in the world? It is like the tiniest, it's just not even a thing. It shouldn't be a thing that people are concerned with. I don't understand why people make other people's lives their priority and they get involved in it. Just let them be. Just literally just let them do what they want to do. It's not causing you any harm. I don't get it. I really don't. I think honestly a lot of it stems from other people's insecurities and other people not being happy with who they are and potentially growing up or being in a place where they're not able to express themselves the way they would like to express themselves. And I think possibly that's where it all comes from. I don't know. And then obviously there's just people who are literally hateful bastards who are just proper horrid creatures. And I just don't understand. I don't understand why waste our time on it. I don't get it. I just don't. Genuinely don't get it. Anyway, I think my nails are kind of... I've pushed all the cuticles back. I don't know... I don't feel like my nails are long enough to do anything with this. I feel like I'm just gonna file my fingertips. There's nothing to file. So I think I'm good on that part. So I'm gonna go in with my base coat, which is also my top coat. And I do have to smell it because one thing I love more than anything is the smell of nail polish. It is the best smell ever. Oh my god, it gets you so high.
By the time he's 13, he'll be sniffing glue out of a plastic bag.
Anyway, stop sniffing it. It's a 5-in-1 product. I thought it was 2-in-1. What else does it do? Smoother, stronger, longer, moisturizer, and shinier nails. Oh, that's exactly what I need. So this is just the base coat and the top coat. So I'm going to put the base coat of this on first. I'll start with my thumb. You know what, I'm not too bad at this. I don't understand how people bend their fingers the way you're supposed to bend your fingers in order to apply nail polish and stuff. It's actually quite tricky. I think that's base coated. It's very hard to tell. Oh wait, I've missed a bit. I'm sorry if you're watching this and you're screaming at my technique. I know it's not very good. Try and get these others done. I haven't got a lot of surface to work with. Is the base coat supposed to be quite light or is it supposed to be thick? I'm not entirely sure. I suppose as well, if you wanted to kind of protect your nails and grow them out and stuff and stop biting them, you could also just put a little base coat on and keep it that way if you don't want like fancy bold colours or anything. But I thought while I'm doing it, obviously I want some like fancy colours on my nails. I want them to look nice. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone, hopefully. Stop chewing them and make them look very sexy. Oh my god, my little nail. It's just, there's not even a nail there. Why am I even bothered painting it? There's literally not even anything there. It's going to be so hard to paint this in actual nail polish because I've struggled with just the base coat. How long does this take to dry? It doesn't say. Great. I'll start the other side now. And hopefully once this other side's done, my other hand will be dry. It's really difficult painting with your left hand. How do people make this look really easy? Oh, this isn't fair. I wish I was, is it called ambidextrous? Where you can use both your hands. I'm not good with my left hand. Ooh, I've got the shakes. Right, I've got some on that one. I definitely think people with longer nails and larger nails will find painting the nails a lot easier than someone with literal stumps. I know I'm not particularly great at it so far, but I'm enjoying just like a little bit of self-care. I feel like I don't do a lot of things like for myself and just kind of like, you know, look after myself in that kind of way. So it's nice just to have like a little beauty treatment. I think also because I've always worked in like the food industry, I've never ever been allowed to have like painted nails or anything. But now that I don't, I can piss around with my nails as much as I want. Okay, so they're all done. I think I just need to wait for them to dry. Well, they literally just look like nails, but they're all like polished and like all shiny and cute. Look at them. Oh, this is what they do, don't they?
No.
Well, actually, I think that dried already. Oh, this side's dried already. That was quick. Oh my god, that was super quick. They've gotten really nice. They're like really nice and smooth. And like harder as well. They feel more protected. I don't think I would chew them. Okay, well, I'll wait for this side to dry and then we can move on to painting my nails a colour. And I've also got a plan. I'm not just going to paint them all one colour. I want to do some like, hopefully some art. I say art. We'll see how this goes. Okay, my nails are fully dry, so it's time to add a bit of colour. Alright, let's see what this is going to look like. Oh, I thought that was the actual thingy, but it's not. This little brush is tiny. Alright, let's see what this is going to look like. Ah, that's actually a really nice colour. And I was thinking I was going to need 2 coats, but I don't think I'm going to. At the end of the day, if I get it on my skin, I'll just tidy it up with some acetone. I feel like I'm doing an okay-ish job, but I'm not doing a fantastic job. Okay, it feels lumpy. That's cool though, you won't be able to see the colour, but like obviously you can see I've gone out the lines, but I'll tidy that up with some acetone, but that's nice, isn't it? Cute! Very cute. I'm just gonna add another coat because I feel like it's a little on the lumpy side. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna get rid of the lumpiness. Why did no one tell us it's really hard to paint your nails? It's like really hard. Let's go for this middle finger. I want to do all one colour on this one. I think you're supposed to just go for it and then tidy it up later. I think the longer you start to piss around with the polish, the clumpier it gets. I feel like that went slightly better, but like, I know I'm swearing at you, I'm very sorry. Look how bad that is. It's so bad. It's because I've got no nail, I can't actually see what I'm doing. It's smoother though. The middle finger, it's a lot smoother than that one. That one's lumpy as out. So I'm getting there. Now I've got to do the baby finger. And the baby finger, the nail doesn't exist. Oh, that went straight over all my finger. I basically just painted my skin. I've done a really, really terrible job. But also, I was thinking, for kind of a bit of nail art, I don't want them all to be just one colour. I thought I would try and do some art. So I'm going to use this paintbrush. I'll just get a bit of this onto here. This might go well, it also might not. And I just want to do like 3 lines. Oh, that wasn't very smooth. That wasn't what I was wanting. That's not what I was wanting at all. Give us 1 second, I need to wipe that off. That doesn't look intentional. It looks like a complete and utter mistake. I really need like a toothpick or something. I need something sharp. That paintbrush isn't going to work. Actually, I suppose I have this thing. This might work. I know I'm not supposed to use this for painting part, but we'll see if this works. Because I just want like a nice line. Yeah. A little bit like this, and then like another one. Yeah, something like that. It's not really exactly what I had in my mind, but I've went too far. I've went too far with it. I need to do that again. I'm sorry, it went wrong. I had no idea nail art was this difficult. People on the internet, like Simply Nailogical and stuff, make nail art look really, really easy, and it's actually surprisingly not. And I'm just doing the most basic thing ever. I'm just wanting 3 very distinct lines. It's not exactly what I was wanting, but it's better than any attempt I've made so far. So that's it, just like a little cute, like little, I don't know, like a little mark. And I think it just breaks it up a little bit. Try and do it on the other one. I think this is the kind of thing where practice 100% makes perfect. No. Why has it gone blobby for?
There he is. Oh my.
I have to start that one again. No wonder people spend hours doing their nails and doing intricate designs. I can imagine the majority of the time they're just wiping it off and starting again. It's just going to be 2 on that one because 3, there's not enough nail to do it, and I'm using too big of a tool, so that one's going to have 2 on. Okay, now I need to wait for them to dry. Is this already dried? Oh, it has already dried. Okay. Does it need another coat? I don't think so. Give us this tool, and we're just going to dip it in acetone and try and get rid of all these scrappy bits. I'm just tidying these up before I move on to the next one, because I want a full completed hand first before I start pissing around with my next hand. Oh, look at that. It's all over my skin. I think these nails might be the kind of nails that look really nice from far away, but up close look really bad because I've just smudged my little design. I'm not repainting them. They can piss off. Spent too long doing them. That is all skin. I'm gonna have to touch that baby finger up. They could do with making these nail brushes just a tiny bit smaller. They're absolutely ginormous. Especially when people don't have the real estate on their fingers to actually paint. While that's doing its thing, I'm gonna go around these ones and just seal all of these in. Why is it making the brush blue for? I'm sure it's dry. I definitely don't think anyone's gonna come to me and get their nails done. In fact, I know they won't. Oh, look at the state of that. What's happened? My nail art just disappeared. It's just all come off. I don't understand what I've done with that. I think because I've acetoned it so much, there's not even a base coat on there anymore. I think nail art might be a little bit too difficult for us. I think I might just go in and just fully paint them because I'm making a proper ass of this. It's coloured my base coat blue now, so any art that I put on my nails, it's just going to smudge and be wrong anyway. I also blame the fact that I'm still full of cold. I'm making very, very terrible decisions.
We're soaring, flying.
But I will have painted nails by the end of this. They just might not look very good. Okay, I'm going to leave that. This said 45 seconds. It lied. It completely lied. So I'm going to leave this for a few minutes for it to dry. And I'm also going to do my other one off camera because this one's going to be really hard because I have to use my left hand to paint this one. Then once I've got them both painted, we'll put a top coat on and then hopefully they'll start to look quite professional and nice. Okay, I've had a little bit of a rough time with this hand. It hasn't been going well. I've washed it all off and this is the state of my hands. And I'm going to try and paint them again, but with a thinner paintbrush. But like, it's all in my skin. How do I get the bits that are in my skin off my skin? It's not even on my nail anymore. It's just in my skin bed and I can't get it out. And I don't want to use any more acetone because my hands are really dry now, but I'm not going to give up. I did not expect this to be so difficult. See, this is already a million times nicer to paint your fingernails with. I wish I'd started with a little paintbrush. So I would advise anyone out there, if you're going to paint your nails and you've got tiny nails, grab yourself a little thin paintbrush and don't rely on the giant thick ones they give you in the actual container because they're not good enough. Now this is so much more manageable. Oh, it would have saved me so much time if I'd just done this. Never mind. I still feel like I've got a lot to fix, which isn't ideal. I'm tempted just to leave it in my nail beds and it be what it be. Oh, that was so much easier and so much better. My god. I still haven't done a great job, but it's not as bad as I did last time. Okay, I can live with that. That's fine. There was one I needed to touch up because I've ruined that one. Why is my nail polish gone lumpy for? Ooh. I'm really, really not good at this. What is this in my nail? There's like fluffy bits. I don't know what that is. Take that out. Is it hair? Where'd the hair come from? Well, that nail's got some extra texture because of random hair that's appeared in it. Over this one a little bit. And there's more hair in that one for some reason. Okay. Where'd that come from? That big blob of nail polish. Oh my god, it is getting such a mess. Everything is a mess. I'm surprised. Do I have it on my t-shirt yet? I'm very surprised I don't. Right, gonna let these dry. Gonna try and tidy up my fingers because they're just all blue. And then we can get onto the top coat. And then hopefully I'll be done. This was a bigger ass on than I was planning to do. Okay, honestly, I am so mad. I was just tidying up my fingers. I got them all done. They'd all had the top coat on. Like I was just wiping off the excess shite that was all of my fingers, and then this just happened. The nail polish has just literally come straight off, and I don't understand how that's happened. It was set. I kind of like it, but I don't know whether my nail polish is shit or whatnot, but it's just, look at it, it's getting all over us. I don't know what I've done. I don't know, but it's irritating us, and I'm gonna go and soak my fingers in acetone and get this off because I am so pissed off with it. You have no idea. No! I'm proper angry because I'm not very well, and it was just chewing us. It was really chewing us. I think I would really like it if obviously I'd been successful with it. I didn't know painting your nails was going to be this difficult. I had absolutely no idea. Everyone on the internet makes it look really easy. You lied to us. You completely lied.
How dare you?
But anyway, that just about does it for today's video. I'm sorry it hasn't panned out the way I wanted it to. If we actually like look at that, if this had worked properly and these were like really nice and stuff, I daren't even touch them because they're all just gonna fall apart, but they would look really nice, wouldn't they? Like I kind of like that look. It's just a shame either this nail polish is shit or I'm shit, or a combination of both. 45-second speedy gloss nails ink London. Tell me if that's a shit nail polish. It got like 5 stars on Amazon, so either I've been lied to or I'm just really crap. But anyway, give this video a thumbs up because I tried. Even though I'm not very well, I tried. And I might revisit painting my nails another day when I feel a bit better. And maybe go for something a bit more simple, even knowing I've literally just painted them one colour. I don't think you can get more simple than painting your nails one colour. I don't know, any tips or tricks for us out there, or if you've seen anything I've done wrong, let me know in the comments because I need some advice. I need some help.
Give up.
But anyway, I'll see you next week for a brand new video. I'm gonna go to bed because this is the second video I've recorded today. Not being very well, and I'm just very snotty and gross. I'm tired. I'm so tired. Oh my god. None of it's set. It's like, yeah, like I can literally push my finger into it. Look at the state of that. I can literally just push all this nail polish off. It's been on my fingers for a long time. I don't understand why it's doing that for. Something's gone wrong. Something's gone wrong. Please, someone tell us what's happened. What's gone wrong. I'm furious. I'm so angry.